Unstoppable. That's the team, right? I said, welcome to the new world. Welcome to the new world. Hey, yo, Jock got it.
What if I told you I was super bad? And ain't no grave gon' hold me down, and I put that on Johnny Cash. Twisted up a blunt, flying high like each and every night. Pussy be the diet, we try it like each and every night. Legacy supreme, ask my bitch and she gon' verify. I treat her like my beat, I eat it up and leave her paralyzed.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and we're doing a little surprise Dead on Dave live. There's just a few things I wanted to talk about. I haven't really been feeling that great today, so I didn't do a video. So I thought it would be a good idea, since I can't sleep anyway. It's 12:30 at night here in Germany, so why not go ahead and go live with my favorite people in all of YouTube, you guys. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about a little NBA finals, since they're now over, NHL finals, since they're also now over, and kind of the things that happened and what they mean, if they mean anything. You know, what do sports mean? I'll never know. We can cut the music there. So let's go ahead and start with the NBA finals, since I titled it with the man, the myth, the legend, LeBron James. Now, I titled this LeBron Loses, and that might seem unfair to some people, but the reality is he did lose. This is not a Cavs lose, simply, and this is not an indictment of LeBron James. He didn't have anybody else. He was by himself. The rest of his team simply did not show up. Look, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love both got hurt, and because of that, LeBron had to do everything on his own. Let's not take anything away from the fact that LeBron played spectacularly in these finals. Not very efficiently. That's because he couldn't, but spectacularly. I mean, I firmly believe, even in a losing effort, he should have won the MVP. It's a joke to me that Andre Iguodala won the MVP. I just don't understand that logic. If he would have held LeBron to anything, then okay, but he didn't. He didn't hold LeBron to a low shooting percentage throughout the finals. The fact that LeBron had to be 80% of the scoring output in the offense and had to make something every single possession happen is why LeBron was not very efficient. Had nothing to do with the defense that was on him. Yes, did Andre Iguodala stay on him and make things a little more? Yes, but that you're not going to convince me any day of the week that LeBron, with no help, was held in check solely because of Iguodala. No, he was held in check because he had no one else. He had to do everything on his own. Look, the people who showed up earlier on didn't show up in this series. Now, look, you can blame a lot of things. Personally, I'm going to blame David Blatt, since he's not the assistant head coach, I should say, because LeBron James is the head coach. LeBron James is the GM. LeBron James might as well be the friggin' owner of this franchise. And that's just how it is. LeBron calls the shots, and it's openly done this way. It's not like it's a secret. LeBron waved off David Blatt many times, and people saw it. This is not like this is a big secret and we didn't know that it was happening, but it is what it is. Look, I'm a LeBron fan, and as my boy Jacques Davis, real talk, the metaphor Messiah, just said in the chat, he ain't LeBron, or LeBron ain't Michael Jordan, of course. No, he's not. But let's be fair to LeBron for a second. Michael never had to do it on his own. As great as Michael Jordan was, and the greatest basketball player who ever lived, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever live. He didn't do it on his own. He had amazing teams around him. The teams that Jordan and the Bulls beat during their 6th championship run were good teams. This is the era now in basketball where it's the superstar era where players seem to think that they can either come together and form these big threes or they can simply do it on their own. And it's just not true. Look, I don't feel that Golden State was the best team in the NBA this year. I really don't. I feel when they were at full strength, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I firmly believe that because when Irving and Love were healthy, they had the depth to beat anybody, to just play with anybody. Golden State, while a very good team, ran a very big hot streak early on in the season. I don't feel that they played as well in the playoffs as they did in the regular season. That could be because they wore down a little bit. I'm not sure. There were times in the NBA Finals where Steph Curry went ice cold and didn't look like he was the type of player, the MVP of the league that he was. He didn't seem like that guy. And why? Because LeBron James overshadowed him. LeBron James showed that he is the best player on the planet right now. But you can't do it by yourself. You can't play the minutes, have the workload that LeBron had. It just ain't going to work. You're going to fizzle out, and that's what happened. You saw a team get exposed because of depth. I'm going to show you something. Look at this. Check this chart out, courtesy of ESPN. Look at this. LeBron James played 275 minutes in the NBA Finals. Okay? During those 275 minutes, the Cavs shot 40% from the field. Not fantastic, but you'll take it when there's only one scoring option on the team. And they had an offensive efficiency of 97.3. Now, LeBron James only left the court for 23 minutes. And you might ask yourself, well, why is LeBron only resting for 23 minutes in the finals? Well, because when he was off the court, they only shot 17% as a team and were only 50.9% in the offensive efficiency statistic. Now, if you can't see this as a problem, then there's then you have your LeBron James hatred goggles on in full effect. And look, I'm not a LeBron James guy, but I am a fair guy. And I'm going to tell you how it is when it comes to reality. And the reality is LeBron James played amazingly and probably should have won the MVP of the NBA Finals. Probably. Look, his team without him shot 6 for 35 from the field. Not one three-pointer. 0 for 9. That's not going to get it done. That's not LeBron's fault. This isn't on LeBron James. And I got news for you. Now, where I will criticize LeBron is for something that he'll probably do in the offseason. I got a feeling he's skipping town. It all depends on Kevin Love. To be completely fair, if Kevin Love bolts, LeBron James is going to opt out because he has the opt-out clause. Remember, he has the opt-out clause once again, and we might get another decision. I don't know where he would go. Maybe New York. That's a very good possibility. Maybe back to Miami. Maybe Dwayne Wade can talk him back to coming back on down. Who knows? I doubt that, but you just never know. You never know with LeBron James. LeBron is about LeBron, and you can talk about all the hearts and flowers and all that stuff that he said before he came back to Cleveland, and I'm sure it gave you a nice tingly feeling in your heart. But let me tell you, kids, it was bullshit. It was bullshit. He doesn't care about Cleveland. He cares about LeBron. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be selfish like that in the world of sports sometimes. Doesn't mean, look, Michael Jordan was selfish, but he had his selfishness for titles, and he would do what he had to do for his team to win everything. The biggest thing to Michael Jordan was not his legacy. It was about winning games. And anybody who watched Jordan play, or if you hear the unbelievable, the copious amounts of stories about Michael on the court from players, they will tell you he was a fucking killer on the court. Absolute killer on the court. He didn't let his players get out of hand. It's, this is just how it is, man. It's absolutely incredible. This was a great finals. It's a great finals, and I got to be completely honest. I wasn't expecting the numbers to roll in and be as good as they were, but here's the reality. This year's finals earned the highest rating since Michael Jordan's last title in 1998. The series averaged over 19.94 million views on ABC. That's a lot. That's a lot. I didn't think they were going to pull these type of numbers because I didn't think anybody wanted to see Golden State. I was wrong. Well, let's switch gears. Let's switch gears now. We covered the NBA Finals. By the way, if you want to get your voices heard and get your opinions out on anything that I'm talking about, feel free to call in right now on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, DavidVancura, and we'll rap about whatever you want to rap about, baby, because that's what I do. Everybody in the chat, Commander Critter, what's up to you? Okay, Jacques Davis says he can't leave Cleveland. He can't leave Cleveland. They'd kill him. Believe me, he'll leave Cleveland again. He don't care. You think he cares? He don't care. All right, I got news for ya. He don't care. He will leave. He'll be out that place. That's all right. Let's switch gears over to the NHL Finals. Something that I haven't really talked about yet, and I'm boiling over to talk about it. Why? Because my Blackhawks are the Stanley Cup champions once again for the third time in 6 years. Capping the dynasty talk on this team. Now, maybe some people are like, well, it's 3-6. They didn't win back-to-back. They're not a dynasty. Well, you don't understand hockey. The salary cap affects an NHL team unlike any other sport going today. It's so hard to win multiple titles in any one given generation nowadays. It just is. And this is an amazing accomplishment that they were able to do it in a year where they scuffled at times, didn't finish well at times, and had injuries they had to overcome and defensive shortcomings in the depth department, something they have not had to deal with in the past. Plus, they were taking on a very, very hungry team in Tampa Bay that simply was not giving up. That team played with everything they had every single minute, and it was fun to watch. Look, this is what happened. The Hawks were the Hawks, and Tampa Bay broke down. That's what happened. You know, Tampa Bay going into the finals showcased two elite scoring lines. Well, here's the problem with that. In the finals, one scoring line, your top scoring line with Steve Stamkos, didn't score. Stamkos went 0-ed in the entire finals. Can't do it. Can't do it. And even if you can, you can't do it when your second scoring line, the elite scoring line that you play with, the triplet line, they're banged up and hurt. When Khrushchev ran to the goalie, when Bishop and Khrushchev collided, that basically ended it. It wasn't Khrushchev. It was a rough thing to see. It was a rough thing to see. Bishop played with a torn groin, continued to play. Tough son of a bitch. Tough son of a bitch. But the Blackhawks had a little bit too much depth, and they were able to really put the clamps down when Tampa's team started to deteriorate due to injury. Tampa's going to be okay. I ain't worried about Tampa. That's a great team. They're young. They're hungry. They got a good coach. They're going to be okay. I have a feeling that we're just seeing the beginning of this team. The Hawks, they're damn okay. Because not only do you have your core intact for the next 7 years, you have players who want to stay there, like Brandon Saad. He wants to stay there. He's going to be a restricted free agent in the offseason, but he very much wants to stay in Chicago. And believe me, the Blackhawks, even though they're going to be up against the cap, as they always are, they're going to do whatever they can to keep this team as much intact as humanly possible. And they will. They will. They're going to lose some players. I'm expecting Sharp maybe to get traded. I think that's a very good possibility. I also think that Shaw might be a consideration to go. Brad Richards, another guy who might get traded. I think it's a very good possibility he could, unless the Hawks only have him to a 1-year contract. But Bickle's another guy. The Hawks are going to do what they have to do to keep this team intact. This young core, they draft well, they develop well. The Hawks are going to be okay. But that's the future. Let's just take it in right now and just be so excited about the Hawks with a victory. And they are your 2015 Stanley Cup champions. If you want to talk about hockey, you want to talk about basketball, go ahead and call in right now on Skype, davidvancura, davidvancura, and I'll take your call, and we'll talk and rap about stuff. But I got a feeling people are hungry in the chats for something else. So let's go ahead and keep this gravy train rolling and talk some wrestling, because I know that's why a majority of you guys come here, and that's okay, because Lordy knows that on Dave loves his wrestling. So let's show wiener. No, I'm not going to show my wiener. No. Let's go ahead and let's get into wrestling, shall we? Oh, we got a call. Let's take a call before we get into anything else. Chris Warren, you are live with Dead on Dave. What's going on, bud?
Dead on Dave. How are you, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. It's 12:45 here in Germany at night, and I got nothing to do. I can't sleep, so I thought I'd come and rap with you fine people. What you got for me, bud?
I just wanted to talk about the NBA Finals. I thought it was really exciting, despite the amount of injuries that Cleveland had.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be as good of a final as it was, and I really thought it was going to be reflected in the viewership. I didn't think anybody wanted to see Golden State, man, but I was fucking wrong, man.
Yeah.
And it was entertaining. It was very entertaining, mainly because you knew that Golden State was the better team, but because LeBron James was on the court, you never. If Cleveland would have found a way to win Game 6, is there any way you're betting against LeBron James in Game 7?
I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Old school Matt, you're on live too, but apparently you're not going to wait until you're acknowledged.
Sorry.
Etiquette, kids. Etiquette. No, I'm just kidding with you, man. Yeah, what else you got for me, Chris?
I didn't think it was going to be that good. To be honest, I was shocked that the Cavs took Golden State to 6. I was even more shocked that Golden State beat Cleveland in Cleveland to win the finals. I thought it would go to 7.
I got to tell you, man, if Kyrie Irving, just not forget Kevin Love, he was gone in the last round. If Kyrie Irving is able to play, I think the Cavs win. I think the Cavs win. LeBron was good for 2 victories. You got to figure Kyrie on the floor is good for 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
So, or at least 1 more to push this to 7. And in the 2 games that LeBron won, and yes, LeBron, not the Cavs, LeBron. LeBron won those 2 games. In those 2 games, man, they look good. He looked good. But you can't do it on your own. He wore out. He was exhausted.
And it was shocking because a lot of players. Oh, sorry, Matt.
No,
do you want
Let's say
a lot
LeBron
of players on the. You can go.
Matt, let Chris
No,
finish.
I insist. Matt, you go first.
Matt, go ahead.
Look, and the whole thing about him getting more tired, we got to remember, LeBron is not as young as he used to be. He's a damn good player, but he's getting up there.
He's 30. I mean, let's not talk about him like he's 35. He's in his prime. He's in his prime for about another 2 years. It doesn't matter what age LeBron would have been. If he would have been 24, he still would have been this exhausted. It wouldn't have mattered. That's too many minutes, man. He played 200. I think the graphic I showed 250 some odd minutes. That's going to wear out anybody. There's nothing you can do about that. It's an insane amount of minutes. But you're right, though. Age does have something to do with it, and maybe that's why I think there's a very good possibility that LeBron is going to leave Cleveland in the offseason. Like, I don't have any faith in LeBron's word. I just don't. If you watch the conference after, he was dejected, man. He said he would rather have missed the playoffs altogether than lose in the finals. He was hurt.
Honestly, I can understand that. It's one thing to lose in earlier games, but you make it and to where the pressure is on and then lose. That's a heartbreaker.
It's funny to me because I think in time over the next few weeks, it's the reasons why he lost is what's going to ultimately make him decide to lose. That team gave him no help. I mean, even Kyrie and Kevin Love, that's great. But outside of that, nobody else is there. J.R. Smith completely disappeared in the finals, completely disappeared. All he does is talk, and he couldn't do anything in the finals. Other than that, they got nothing going. Mozgov, nothing out of him. Thompson, nothing. Nobody. They're bigs.
Dellavedova. What about Dellavedova, though? He stepped up for
the first 3 games, man. Game 4, he started to fade out, and then he was non-existent in 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm. The guys that stepped up for Cleveland before the finals and the playoffs didn't show up for the finals. Yeah. And I feel like that's what cost them. And Golden State, they had a much more talented bench than
they did. I also have a problem with the coach. I have a problem with Blatt. Because he's not a coach. He did not coach that team. LeBron coached that team, and that's a problem. The Cavs had an advantage. They had a much bigger team. You trot Thompson and Mozgov out there. You can control the offensive game, and you can just pound it inside with LeBron and Thompson and Mozgov. They didn't do that. They were trying to play small ball with Golden State. That's what they do. They're a speedy team. They're a jump shooting team. They want to spread the court. Cleveland couldn't play that type of defense. They couldn't do it. And that's what ultimately got them beat. And that's because LeBron James was coaching that team. He kept that roster. And this is not just me saying it. This is LeBron James telling everybody, that's my lineup. He had no respect for David Blatt.
Blatt didn't do shit.
No, Blatt's a terrible coach. You know what? That's not fair. I don't know if he's a good coach because he didn't have an opportunity to coach here. But he's probably – I wouldn't be surprised if he lost his job in the offseason. I really wouldn't.
How about Steve Kerr, though? His first year
love Steve Kerr.
coaching.
Love Steve.
Yeah, I love him, too. It only makes sense because he was a three-point shooter when he played for the Bulls.
Yeah, I know, right?
And now he's coaching the team, and all they do.
Yep.
But Dave, let me ask you: Is it possible the coach is just who wants to coach over LeBron James? What man in his right mind wants to go against his ideas?
Spoelstra didn't have a problem with it. You know, Spoelstra also had the backing of Pat Riley, which I think helps. And that leads me to my whole thought process of LeBron going to a franchise with a tough authoritative stance. And now who has that? Oh, I don't know. Phil Jackson over in New York, who's overseeing that franchise. If Pat Riley was able to give their head coaching in Miami, Spoelstra, the power to not only reign over LeBron, but also Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh at the same time, there's no doubt in my mind that Phil would be able to do the exact same thing to whoever's going to be coaching that team next year with LeBron James. Now, you notice I said LeBron James and not LeBron and Carmelo, because I don't think they're both staying on the same team if he were to go to New York. I think it's a bigger possibility than people are thinking, too, by the way.
Why did Carmelo stay in New York, too?
Because he's a greedy idiot.
I feel like his wife made the decision for him.
And he's a greedy moron. This guy said he had the audacity to stay. Look, I have no problems with a player getting his money. Get your money, Carmelo. I have no problem. But don't sit there and take that money and then say, oh, I wanted winning a title is the most important thing to me. If winning a title was the most important thing to you, you would have went to Chicago. Plain and simple. And you didn't.
Damn straight.
And you didn't. You went to New York, you took the money, and your team
sat out half a season.
You won 14 games. Congratulations. You sat out half the year. You made a joke of yourself in the All-Star game. The whole will he play, will he won't play garbage. And his value was down. Carmelo, will forever be known as not LeBron. That's about it.
Just go back to Denver.
Yeah, go back to the Mile High City, you fuck. That's right. What else you boys got?
Well, let's see. This week was E3.
Well, yes, it just started yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Actually, the Microsoft press conference was actually Monday.
Actually, the first one was on Sunday, but the first official day was Tuesday. But yes, you're right. They did have the pre on Monday, and in fact, they had pre on Sunday. So technically, yeah, it has been going on since Sunday, but the official start was yesterday. But yeah, it's been quite crazy. A lot of announcements, a lot of great things, many nerdgasms had by your boy Dead on Dave.
I didn't get Oh, sorry. We keep doing this.
I'm about to hang up on one of you.
Xbox One, if I've heard correctly, is now backwards compatible.
Yes,
soon to be.
it is. It is backwards compatible, which means nothing. It means nothing. It's not going to help the console. Nobody cares about backwards compatibility anymore. There's a very small niche market that cares about backwards compatibility, especially when it's only going to be 100 games probably for the first year. It's a nothing announcement that was just there to generate a little bit of buzz. Now that the buzz has been generated, people are starting to realize it doesn't really matter. It's not going to help the Xbox One. PlayStation has won this round of console. That's why they're already started. Everyone's already starting to gear up for the next generation because this is over. This battle's done. The PS4 has won it. It's over.
Yeah.
As much as I admit it, Nintendo got our asses kicked.
You know what? They finished. They're really getting back into it with some really good games, and people actually started to buy the Wii U, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I'd buy one.
I'd buy one if I wasn't fucking broke.
Yeah, I know. I don't have any of the new systems. I started console gaming because I realized Steam was free, and. Now, granted, you got to pay for the games, but I already have a computer. I didn't have to buy a new console,
And I'm probably gonna have to start doing that so I can start working on my channel more.
What made me get Steam and really get behind it is the fact that I found out that Fallout 4 is being released on Steam in November, and that did it for me. I was like, yep, there we go. I'm not buying a console. Fuck it. Fallout 4 is all I care about.
Yeah, I gotta get Steam, man. I'm still stuck on the 360.
Yeah, I just stopped playing my 360. That's all I was playing on, and now I can't do it no more. When you play games on the computer that you had on 360, and you realize that it sounds better, looks better, and you have mods, and there's all and glitches aren't as big of an issue, you're just like, what the hell? I'm done. So I sold my 360. I had the Final Fantasy 13 version of it too, and I sold it.
Wow.
Damn,
How much you sell it for?
$100 just for the console. No.
Damn it! I wish you'd known. When did you sell it?
Actually, the guy's picking it up tomorrow.
God damn it!
Yeah.
If I'd known that, I would have bought it up from you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but then you would have had to get it shipped from Germany, and that would have cost you like $35 at least.
I'm thinking about selling my Xbox and all the games I got because GTA 5's now on PC. He said Fallout 4 is coming out. CS:GO.
Yeah,
so
everything's on Steam, man, and Steam is improving all the time.
Yeah, the only reason I still have my 360 is because I play FIFA and I got it on sale for $20.
Awesome.
The new newest edition.
That's riveting, Chris Warren. It's absolutely riveting.
For me, honestly, I'll sell any consoles, but I will not give up my handhelds for nothing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's interesting all the things that's come out of E3 so far. Of course, everyone's freaking out of the Final Fantasy VII news, which I was really happy about until I saw the word that gives me unbelievable chills, and not good chills. Remake. Remake scares me. Remaster, I'm happy with. Remake scares me because they've already announced that they will not hesitate to go against some of the things that happened in the original, and that scares me. Don't fuck with the story of Final Fantasy VII. Don't touch it.
And then you bring that up, and I want to point this out. There are a lot of games I'd like to play, not even for the games, but the fact that being the bookworm that I am, I love stories.
Yes.
I mean, did you ever play Mega Man Legends on PlayStation way back when?
Yes.
Then you heard about when they announced it, when they canceled it.
Yes.
That game is the reason I bought a 2DS. And I didn't even want to play for the game at first. I just wanted a conclusion to the fucking story.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I want to see Kingdom Hearts 3.
Which got announced. That's another game that's been announced. And yeah, me too. I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like forever. Yeah, that's been announced. That's coming out. Still, we're a little bit of ways away from it. The other big game that people were freaking out about, and it's one of the reasons why Xbox was able to get a little bit of a drop on some of the other companies, is Shenmue. Shenmue finally getting its next chapter. Everybody was freaking out about where's the next Shenmue. Shenmue's got a cult following, but that's a game I've been waiting like a decade to get the ending to the story. But we're finally getting it. Shenmue. We're finally getting an ending to the Shenmue chapter. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, "What the fuck is Shenmue?" Well, go get educated.
Dave, what the fuck is Shenmue?
Oh my god, it was a great game. I want to say it originally came out on Dreamcast, which I love the Dreamcast, by the way. I was a fan of the Dreamcast because it was.
I don't really know a lot of consoles. My first one was the PS2.
Oh God, Jesus, kids.
Hell, my first console was an NES.
Yeah, but you're a kid too, though. How's that possible?
I grew up poor in the South.
Ah, there you go.
To this day, I have never owned a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good call. The freaking memory cards were a pain in the ass.
Oh, God. All right, Chris Warren, you got anything else for me, bud?
Nope. Yeah, pretty much. If I think of something, I'll call back in.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Great show so far. I'll keep listening.
Hey, thanks, man. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, probably until I'm exhausted, which shouldn't take too much longer because I'm fat, and I get tired easily. So thanks for the call, Chris. Appreciate it.
Nope, no problem. All right, see you around.
Chris Warren, everybody. Matt, I'll keep you on for a few more minutes since you came in a little bit after he did.
All right.
As long as you keep me entertained. What else you got, man?
Well, I want to talk about how Jesse Owens...
Jesse Owens? You want to talk about some 1936 Olympics? Let's go.
Sorry, man.
Fuck you. Fuck you. We're talking Jesse Owens. We're talking Olympics here in Berlin. We're doing it. I'm not in Berlin. I'm in Rudersheim. But here in Germany,
let's talk about how he pissed off Adolf Hitler.
Yes, he did. He made him look like an asshole. Why? Because he was an asshole. That's right. Breaking news, kids. Adolf Hitler was an asshole. You heard it here first. Here first.
He hosts. If we're on this, we're on this. He hosts the Olympics to show off the Aryan nation.
Yep.
And he gets beaten by a group of people who unfortunately weren't seen as true people until, God help me, depending on your state, the 1950s. It's a very
Jesse Owens owned his face, and it was wonderful. But let's go ahead and go to the guy that you want to talk about. That's Kevin Owens. But before you do that, I got to bring in my boy. Hold on. Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, my buddy, my guy, my Chicago brethren, my brother. He's calling in. What's going on, baby? How you doing, man?
Woohoo! What's going on, Dave?
How you feeling, man? How them Blackhawks treating you?
Oh, man, I feel pretty good. Pretty good. We celebrated all night long.
Oh, I'm sure you did, man. I'm sure you did.
That was a party. So, look, Dave, I got a couple things I really got to get off my chest, man.
Go ahead, waiting to talk. Hey, I put Matt on hold because this is your time, baby. You come on. You were, and Matt, you know that's not disrespect to you, but this is the official musician.
I love old school, man.
This is the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. I got to give him preference here.
I understand. It's cool, man.
Hey, I'm a fan of old school Matt, by the way, man.
Who isn't a fan of old school Matt?
I thank you kindly.
Well, go ahead, my brother. The microphone is yours.
All right, first things first. Blackhawks looked incredible. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes, I feel like we kind of, with Tampa Bay, they were bigger, and they bullied us a little bit. I don't know why. Sometimes it seems like we play so soft, but at the end of the day, talent kind of takes over.
Yeah, we got outplayed in basically 3 of the first 4 games. Then Game 4 was probably the worst hockey game I've seen in 4 years. To be completely honest, it was god awful. Hey Matt, I don't know what you're doing over there, Matt, but I'm getting all kinds of static.
Oh, sorry. Maybe
Sounds like he's breathing real hard.
I don't know what you're doing.
sorry. That's my fan, actually.
Oh, okay.
Let's say it's 95 degrees down here, and my air conditioning is busted.
It's 98 out in Vegas, man. It's hot.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Don't you love that?
That was a fucking bonfire.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and continue, my brother. What else?
But like I said, we won. I'm not gonna lie. The whole I don't feel bad for LeBron James. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I know he didn't have his Kyrie and Kevin, but I just feel like that team. I know they didn't show up in the finals, but during the playoffs, they stepped up way more than I thought they would. Kyrie was hurt most of the time. Kevin was out after the first round. They beat the Bulls, which still makes me mad.
They beat a shell of the Bulls. They beat a Bulls.
Did. That's true.
They didn't beat the Bulls. They beat the bullshit is what they beat. And
you're definitely right. Yeah, exactly. And then they played Atlanta, who wasn't as good as we thought. I mean, nobody knew that. I mean, I don't even know how they had a good record. They weren't that good.
No, they had no playoff experience, and that showed against Cleveland. It's not that they weren't good; they just weren't elite. They were not the best team in the East, plain and simple.
No, not at all. I just feel like, and David, I'm going to be honest, like that Golden State team is a good team, but if you put Michael Jordan, because I'm the biggest Jordan fan in the world, with that Cleveland team, he would have destroyed that team. He would have destroyed Golden State. That team was not as good as we think they are.
They're a good team. Look, you win 60, they win 62, 64 games, whatever they won.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive, especially doing it in the West. If they would have won 65 in the East, okay, I'm not going to put but 60 some odd games in the West is damn impressive, and they went through a murderer's row to get to the finals. I'm taking nothing away from Golden State. However, that being said, I'm in agreement with you. If there's another elite scoring threat, it doesn't have to be Michael Jordan, by the way. It could be any elite scoring threat in the NBA right now. I think Cleveland wins that series.
I do too.
Because there was nothing. And I do feel for LeBron a little bit. I don't like LeBron James. I can't stand the guy. But I feel for him because that man played his balls off, man. That dude was playing like his life was on the line. It was incredible. But it just wasn't enough, It was absolute insanity.
It was, and like I said, I think maybe I feel a smidgen bad for him.
Hey, that's still more than I do.
It's maybe a smidgen, but I'm telling you, if you put Kobe Bryant or any of the greats, Reggie Miller, those guys were killers in the playoffs. Yeah. I feel like Dave, you watched Jordan. That dude was an assassin. Yes. He was not anybody's buddy. He would have Golden State kind of choked the first 3 games. They were down 2-1 to that team.
But
they were down 2 games to 1.
Oh yeah, I know that. And, well, it was because Steph Curry didn't show up. Steph Curry didn't show up the first 3 games, and that was a big thing. But look, on to the point of Jordan, real quick. And I'm a Bulls fan. I love Michael Jordan. I'm just as big of a fan as you are. I don't know. I might not, maybe not. You're a Jordan man, but I love me some Michael Jordan. But you got to remember, until Jordan got that team around him in '90, he was in the league 6 years and didn't win a fucking thing.
That's true. Even though Larry Bird did call it before when he played against Larry Bird. I mean, you got to look at the teams he was going against, though. He was going against Magic and Larry and Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you said the operative word. He was going against teams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One man a team does not make.
You can't do it. But now when that team got built over the course of 4 or 5 years, and then when they had that B.J. Armstrong, Horace Grant, with that first run when they beat They beat L.A., Portland, and Phoenix.
L.A., Portland, and Phoenix.
That was a team the Bulls had. It wasn't just Michael Jordan. It was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's why I don't agree with all these stars coming together. What's up with this? All of a sudden, it's popular to get 3 guys stars and barely have a team, but you got 3 stars on the team. Like, I don't think that works. I think you need a full team.
Exactly. You need a Spurs. You need a San Antonio Spurs. That's why they've had longevity. If they weren't old as fuck, they'd been okay this year. But the geriatric park wasn't getting it done. It's just how it was. And you can't take naps, and unfortunately, half that team was having to take naps in between quarters. Poor guys. I felt bad for them. Get them some Metamucil.
I mean, hell, imagine what happened when we put Shaq back on the court.
Oh, God. It's bad enough I got to see him on friggin' TNT. Him and Barkley together just make my head explode.
Did you know that Shaq had a doctorate's degree?
Honorary doctorate.
Oh, okay. When I found it out, I was like, I'm going to school.
He's also an honorary police officer. So
I'm glad you made that clear for me, because I said Shaq has a doctorate. It's like, I'm going to get my doctorate.
Yeah, it's
Shaq's
honorary.
getting one. I'm getting one.
John Cena's got one in thugonomics too.
I'm pretty sure Shaq gives up his right to be a real doctor after Shaq Fu.
Yeah, no, Shazam. Shazam is what.
Shazam, yeah. Oh man, Dave.
I am. What was that? What was that superhero movie he did? Steel. Remember Steel?
Steel.
Oh,
I remember that.
God.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. It was so terrible you had to watch it.
Steel was the one where he have to like throw a grenade through a friggin' hoop or something, like he was shooting a free throw. Bend your knees.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Bad.
With that said though, let's be honest. John, there's been a lot of basketball players made some really shit movies.
Yeah.
Remember Space Jam?
Oh, don't talk about Space Jam, man. I love Space Jam.
Yeah, whoa.
Bill Murray was in Space Jam.
Look,
yeah, he was. Bill Murray and Michael Jordan.
If I could stand it, if it wasn't pounded in my fucking head 3 times a year.
I love Space
That's
Jam,
true.
man. I love music.
They still play that.
Hells yeah.
I do too.
Man.
Michael Jordan can do no wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he can do no wrong.
Look, I saw that movie 20 times throughout school.
I'd watch it again. I'm going to go watch it right now. You know what I'm going to do, Matt? I'm going to send you 10-minute clips on friggin' Skype or something. I'm going to send you 10-minute clips of Space Jam every day, and I'm just going to keep playing it over and over because you're going to keep watching until you love it. You're going to watch it until you love it.
Oh, Dave.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Don't worry, Mamba. I'm gonna acknowledge your existence. Don't worry, buddy.
I'm waiting to pick my fucking point. I'm like, I'll let these guys talk.
Well, I'm about to kick old school Matt off the phone, so it's okay.
Yeah, Matt. Fuck
hold on one second, guys. Matt, last thoughts? Anything else you got for me before I let you go?
I want to see Kevin Owens powerbomb John Cena off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Whoa.
That's murder. You know what? I can't even talk to you anymore. That's murder, Matt. I have to let you go now. I can't associate myself with a felonious man. I'll talk to you later, Matt.
See you Monday, Dave.
Thanks for your call, buddy. Old school Matt, everybody. Old school Matt. Joining us now, Black Mamba, being the ever patient man. I know what you want to talk about. I was
going to call in earlier, but my Skype got hacked.
Oh, yeah. See, I know what you want to talk about. I know it's on your mind. So go ahead.
Yeah, because, somehow they just beat Kershaw for some reason.
Look, you're giving Jeff a hard time. And for people out there who don't know what we're talking about, the St. Louis Cardinals are being investigated by the FBI on charges of hacking, basically corporate espionage of the Houston Astros organization. Now,
what?
Yeah. This is yeah. They've had access to trade information, draft prospect, scouting, all kinds of information. This is a very serious thing. Now, some people are dismissing it. Jeff is one of those guys. He's like, the hacking, it doesn't have anything to do with the Cardinals being dominant. And you know what? He's partially right. Here's the problem. This is corporate espionage. This is a felony. If they get found guilty of this, people are not just getting fined. They're not getting suspended. They're not getting fired. They're going away. They're going to fucking prison, man. This is
Tony La Russa.
Send them to an LA prison or California prison.
Yeah, you're going to a California prison. Put them in Alcatraz or something. There you go.
You're going to San Juan.
I'm telling you, this is a serious thing. And depending on who knows it, depending on who knew about what was going on, like there's a lot of interesting language that's going to have to be figured out here. People are talking about the manager is probably going to get in trouble over this. Well, the manager for Matheny to get in trouble, or LaRussa, who was there before, to get in trouble, they would have to prove that not only did they know, but they would have to prove that they got it from the source that did the hacking, and they knew that it was from a hacking, job.
Can they prove that?
They can't. That's going to be hard to prove. But what's not going to be hard to prove is stuff between the GM and the owner. And those are the ones that you're going to have to watch for. That's going to probably get hit hardest. This is going to get really ugly, and it's going to shake Major League Baseball to its core. Mark my words. If this turns out to be 100% legitimate, this is going to affect Major League Baseball. This is a big deal because it is a felony. This is not deflating footballs. This is not Spygate. This is serious. This is corporate espionage. That's what this is.
How much can baseball take? How much can they take?
I don't know. They
had the strike in '94, the fucking report with all the steroids, and then this. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they don't need this, especially right now with all the great young players that are coming into the game. That's really making baseball a must-see sport right now because of all these exciting young kids that are just tearing up the league. Baseball does not need this. The Cardinals, who are right now the best team in baseball, they don't need this. They're going through. They're doing everything they can to continue winning, injury after injury. Yet they continue to win. This is a serious thing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Mama, how much does it affect to make their team good?
What's that, bud?
How much does it affect their team? Like, how much better? It makes them way better, right? Because they have they have more scouts because it's like they have more scouts because they're stealing it from the Astros, right? They're just stealing information.
Here's the thing. I'm kind of torn on this. If it's just from the Astros, it gives them an advantage, but it's still the on-field product is the on-field product. I don't think that I look. St. Louis is probably still going to win their World Series that they won. They're still going to be dominating that division. I don't think that
because the Cubs are in
it. What's the records right now, buddy? What are the records right now? I'm just wondering. One of our teams is over 500. The other is in the cellar. I'll let you figure out.
They're not in the cellar.
Yes, have fun with Samardzija. I hope you've been enjoying them.
No, but it just feels good because Patriots fan. You know how much shit I take, and I could give it back now.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm a Dodgers fan, and I hate the Cardinals.
I'm a Cubs fan. I hate the Cardinals, but I love Huffman. So I love Huffman.
I kind of felt bad when I put it. I just felt bad when I put the fantasy thing. I put. I'm scared of Yadier Mine hacking me, and everybody's like, "LOL, LOL." I'm like, damn.
You've been giving that man absolute hell.
Who doesn't though?
He doesn't tell me nothing. He stays quiet. Like he doesn't tell me anything. So I'm like, that's fucked up.
Not
fucked up, but it's like that's messed up. Not that messed up.
No, I just get messages on Facebook. Do you see this stupid shit that Mamba's tweeting me? It's funny. It's funny. I wish he can call in right now. I'd love to. I can't wait to get his take on it. I'm sure we're going to talk about it next week, Monday, on Touch 'Em All, the weekly baseball show right here on Dead on Dave Productions that stars me and Jeff Huffman, my co-host, my pitching coach, my hacking manager, Jeff the Huff Huffman. So make sure you check that out every Monday.
After the St. Louis Blues thing, I think Jeff's had enough with this.
I know he's tapping out.
Jeez, yeah.
And I feel bad for him. What else you got for me, Mamba?
Lakers. What if we get Jimmy Butler?
I'm getting scared about that, man. I
am too.
Jimmy Butler came out today and said that he's actually looking for a short-term contract, not a max deal, which actually works in favor of the Lakers. A max deal could have been not only easily countered by the Bulls because the Bulls can always offer more money, but a short-term deal The Lakers can offer whatever the hell they want, and the Bulls are going to have to match, and they're not going to go into the luxury tax even for Jimmy buckets.
Oh, they get on my fucking nerves. Jerry Reinsdorf gets on my fucking nerves.
He's such a cunt.
I can't stand him, Dave. I swear to God. Oh,
he's horrible. He's horrible. I agree with you.
He broke that team up in '98.
Yes.
He doesn't pay anybody.
Yep.
Thibodeau was a good. Don't get me wrong. He made mistakes, but he was a good coach. Reinsdorf couldn't get along with Phil fucking Jackson. He can't get along with anybody.
Thibodeau needed to go. I think Thibodeau was done in Chicago. He was burnt out, and I think the playoff.
Still,
he's a
Reinsdorf's
great coach.
A fat cunt.
I agree. He's a fat cunt. I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more.
I fucking hate him.
But look, we got to also put some onus on Paxson and Garth Foreman too. They're terrible.
Yeah,
they're terrible.
Yeah, no, they are.
And
yeah,
they do.
And I hate saying that about Paxson.
I love John Paxson. I love John Paxson, but God, man, they are horrible. They cannot develop to save their lives, man. It's
they can't draft. They can't pull off a trade. Nobody wants to go there. It's a reason why nobody wants to go there.
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
Nobody wants to go to Chicago.
Carmelo.
You know what though? It's not because of the destination. It's not because I don't even think it's because of the management. It's the last 3 years. It's been because of Derrick Rose. They don't know who they're playing with because he has not been the MVP like he was before he got hurt. He's a different guy.
He's a shell of himself.
Yeah, he's not
the same guy.
Yeah, he's not. He's not that guy.
Nope.
I mean, it is what it is, and it's sad. And if we can get rid of Derrick Rose, I hope we can. I'm sorry, I do not want.
Yeah, I wish. Who's gonna trade for him, Dave? Who wants a half?
Yeah.
What are we gonna get for him?
Nothing. Hey, that's the thing. It's I don't know. I don't see him ever getting better. You know.
I don't either. Stop.
We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting.
How are you guys even make the playoffs? What was your record this season?
We made the playoffs.
We were the third seed. We weren't bad.
What was your record? Jeez, I don't know how you make.
We won 49 games.
Yeah,
today.
49, 50 games, something like that.
We won 49 games, 49-33, something like that.
The East is horrible. That's why.
The East is weak, though. Exactly.
Yeah, but the East is always weak.
If the Bulls played in the West, we probably wouldn't have made the playoff. We might have made the 7th spot.
Bulls were 50 and 32. Bulls were 50 and 32, which would have given them the tied for the 7th seed with the Dallas Mavericks.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Tied for the 7th.
That's pretty sick.
God.
And we got the second round draft.
The 8th seed in the East was Brooklyn. They were 38 and 44.
That's horrible.
Terrible.
That is just that's god awful. 6, 7, and 8. Milwaukee, Boston, and Brooklyn were not over 500.
Jeez, that's horrendous.
And we had a little bit of a problem with Milwaukee. That should have told us something. That told me something right there.
Oh, Milwaukee is a team on the rise, man. They're not a terrible team.
They're not, but I mean, they were under 500, and we lost 2 games to them.
They play tough, and that's the thing. They play tough, and they were not laying down for the Bulls. And the Bulls just look. If they're not going to go with their strength, which was going big, because Mirotic is amazing.
I love,
Taj
really
Gibson is amazing. Pau Gasol.
We're probably going to lose him too.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to trade. If they want to keep Jimmy Butler, they got to trade Taj Gibson. There's just how it is.
Pau's just following his injuries.
You know, Pau's our only All-Star this year. Paul played his ass off. He's old as shit.
Yeah.
But he's still 7 feet. He's still 7 feet tall.
Didn't do nothing against Cleveland. That's why I was disappointed with the Bulls. I mean, we could have beat that Cleveland. They didn't have anybody except LeBron.
Yeah,
that was our plan. That was our chance.
Oh, go ahead. After you're done. My bad. Jeez.
So somebody go.
I'm saying I thought any team could beat the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Warriors in the finals. Cause it felt like it was everybody was injured this season. It felt like a down year.
Well,
yeah, it was.
It was, and I think that's what led to some of the weird records that we had. Golden State.
Yeah.
Look, I really don't want to take too much away from Golden State because I do feel they're a very, very good team.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true, but
at the same time, you're right though. There was a lot of injuries this year that led to a lot of weird records in the standings. I don't know if Golden State is necessarily in that same boat, but Damn, Atlanta certainly was.
Yeah. I mean, Golden State was good, Dave, but I mean, you put them in a series against Kevin Durant and the Thunder if he's healthy.
Yeah.
Do you still think they win? Because I don't know.
No, I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That honestly, that is.
Iguodala can't guard Durant like he guarded.
Look,
Oh,
Iggy guarded LeBron. He could have guarded Durant. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Durant is not a better scorer than LeBron James.
He's got a better jumper though. I don't know. I think his jumper's better.
Oh, shit! This season, this playoffs, I had a better jumper than LeBron James this playoffs.
Yeah.
LeBron's jumper went away, boy. But that's because he had to do everything, man. He had to drive every damn play, and it's just what are you gonna do? Every time he takes a jumper, he's got two and a half people on him. You know what I mean?
That's true.
What's this coach doing?
You know who I can't stand?
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
Go ahead. My bad.
Okay, what was David Blatt doing? I mean, I think Sean Marion could have put in work still.
Yeah, I think he had a whole bunch of graybeards that could have put in some work, but he
didn't play him. I'm like,
Blatt didn't have a choice, buddy. That was LeBron. LeBron was making those calls, not David. David Blatt didn't coach shit.
Yeah.
Who leaves Kyrie Irving in for 43 minutes when he's just coming back from an injury?
LeBron. LeBron did it. LeBron made all the trades. He made all the moves. He decided who was going to play what. LeBron James gave David Blatt his parking spot. He said, "Hey, David, you could park next to me if you like, buddy. But you know what? 2 spaces because I don't want people to think that we're friends." It's terrible. It's terrible, man.
Dave.
I'm telling you, man. It drives me nuts. David Blatt. I feel bad for that man.
What about these Lakers, though? The second pick in the draft?
Yeah.
Sign a player.
You're still years away, man. Because Kobe, if he...
Julius Randle.
What is Kobe going to do, man? Kobe's going to play...
Average 28 points a game.
Kobe's not going to average 28 points a game.
I guarantee you.
You know what? He might because he's only going to play 2 games and then he's going to get hurt. he might average 28 points a game. You're right. He might. He's going to play 2 or 3 games. He's going to get hurt. He's old. He can't.
It's terrible. Like the Warriors win the championship. Like not the Mavericks, not the Spurs, not the Lakers, Celtics. Like what the hell?
Golden State won 67 games, guys.
It felt weird though. I was like the Warriors. It's so different from the usual
that
teams
is weird
win.
though. Yeah,
right,
that is different.
Here's what I'm gonna say. They won 67 games. That means they lost 15. Do you know how many points a game they scored this year? 110. 110. Do you have any idea how ridiculous that is? That's insane.
That is.
They shouldn't have won it though. Any other team would have when the Cavs were up 2-1. Any other team would have finished them off.
I don't know.
That's my point. That was my point.
I think that's probably a fair point, but after that 2-1 being down, Golden State had to do the work, and they did the work to get back in it. So, I mean, look, isn't this weird that everybody wants to hate on LeBron James, but they also want to hate on Golden State, too? This is bizarre. I kind of like it.
I feel like neither one of them really deserved it. Like, they should. Like,
nobody felt sloppy in the playoffs.
The best player in the world and a 67-win team. I don't think either one of them deserved it, Dave.
It felt sloppy in the finals. It felt like they were playing sloppy. Like I felt like a Spurs team from last year would have swept.
It was a little sloppy. But look, on Cleveland's side, it was sloppy because you only had one guy who was playing. Then with Golden State, they fell apart those first 3 games when Steph Curry wasn't playing.
Bad nerves.
It was, maybe got lost in lights. But to close out those last 3 games, they played a hell of a lot better. They came back and they played really, really well.
Everybody on the Cavs missing wide open threes that LeBron's giving them.
Yeah, well, shit. That team can't play. There were a bunch of cast-offs trying to help LeBron get a title, and it just wasn't going to work.
What about J.R. Smith? I can't stand him.
I fucking hate him. I can't stand him. I can't stand J.R. Smith.
Garbage. He's good for going on. He can go off every now and then, but other than that dude is absolute garbage.
Like
he threw a cheap shot they got from Boston.
Boston.
The
team when they played Boston, that cheap shot he threw.
Oh yeah.
if I was the team, if I was someone in Boston, I'd have swung on him.
You ain't doing that to real talk, bitch.
I mean, no, that was a cheap shot, man. That was
Hell
dirty.
yeah,
That was a dirty play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so final thoughts here from you guys. I'm going to wrap you two up here, I think, or at least one of you guys. Which one? Real talk. What else you got? All right. Well, since you wanted to jump in there, Mamba, you're going to leave first.
I'll go. Fuck it. Lakers make the playoffs? Yes.
Next year, no.
What the hell?
Are you insane?
I guarantee you they will. I'll call back I guarantee you they will.
Okay,
I'm gonna write this down.
All right. Oh, wait. You're that confident? You're that confident?
And the Bulls will make shit.
Wait. How confident are you?
Very confident.
Okay. You want to bet?
Ooh.
No money.
Oh,
no
you can't do that, man.
No money. I have terms.
Oh.
Are you interested? But here's the deal.
How much time do I have? Do I have until the draft?
You can have as much time. You know what? You can have as much time as you want, my friend. As long as they don't get Kevin Love. Unless they get Kevin Love, this team is not doing anything. If they get Kevin Love, then we have to talk different terms. But as of right now, without getting Kevin Love or any major moves like that,
right now plus the draft and that's it?
Yes.
Hell no. I want to see who we signed for.
It all depends on what LA does, man. If LA's able to
see who we signed. Shit.
What's that?
I want to see who we signed first or what Jim Buss dumbass does.
No, I was trying to get you to agree to something ridiculous. It was going to be funny.
We signed Swaggy P.
Yeah,
your fantasy trades?
Keep Swaggy P. What's that?
Don't keep Swaggy P.
Trades?
You mean your fucking weird ass fantasy trades? You know what? Next time you send me a bad fantasy trade, I'm gonna screenshot that shit and expose your bullshit to the world. All right, Mama. I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right, David. I have one more thing to say. Oh, I'm getting hacked.
Black Mamba, everybody. Black Mamba. I'm gonna keep you around, man. I'm gonna keep you around, real talk, because you're my boy.
Oh, that's what's up, Dave. Yeah, okay.
I'm getting.
So I'm kind of like
anyway.
co-hosting.
Yeah, you are. You co-host for the rest of the show. Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah. That's right. But I got. So you got the good news. The bad news is it's probably going to only be for a few more minutes.
Oh.
It's 1:30 here in Germany, and I'm starting to wear out.
Oh, thanks for stealing my thunder, Dave.
I apologize.
It's okay.
I figure we could switch topics a little bit and talk a little bit of wrestling to make everybody who comes here just a little bit happy towards the end, because I'm surprised we have done no wrestling talk for this entire hour. So I figure we could finish with wrestling.
I dig it.
All right. Well, let's talk about the only two guys that seem to really matter right now. And that is, of course, Brock Lesnar. Let's start with Brock Lesnar. Did you see the return of Brock Lesnar on Raw?
Yes.
What does it mean? Well, how big of a return is this, and where do you see Brock Lesnar going?
Well, first, everybody knows I got a new song coming out. It's the official Dead on Dave song. It's called Brock Lesnar.
I'm excited to hear it, man. I still haven't heard it yet. I'm excited.
It's coming. It'll be out next week. So just everybody. It's gonna be dope. But I'll be honest. When I saw Brock come out, I kind of, and I don't never like jump up and stuff like that. I almost jumped up. I was so happy. And I love how they played it. I love Seth Rollins' facial, like when he saw him, looked like a scared puppy.
He didn't look at him. He wouldn't look at him.
Yeah, he would look him in the eyes.
Yeah. Would you? I wouldn't look at him. Look, I'm a tough guy. I've been to war. I've been to Iraq. I'm a tough dude. I don't get scared by people. I grew up in the south side of Chicago. I don't get scared of people. However, you would have to pay me a life-changing amount of money to walk up and slap Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I wouldn't do it.
That motherfucker scares me.
When he came out, I was like, he might kill him. He might kill him tonight.
He might kill him, or he might have sex with him. Whatever he wants. Whatever that caveman wants, he's going to get. Whatever Brock wanted, he was going to have. If he would have said, Seth, make me a cake, guess what? Seth Rollins would have made him the most beautiful triple-decker chocolate cake that you've ever seen. He would have done it before the end of Raw. How he pulled that shit off, I don't know, but he would have made it happen. Because that's what Brock Lesnar is capable of. I'm excited about this feud. I hope that I really hope it's not just for Battleground. Because if it's just Battleground, obviously Seth Rollins is not losing that title at Battleground. There's no way. You'd figure that's going to be saved for
SummerSlam,
at least
right?
SummerSlam, right? But I don't know. It's interesting. We have that. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with Paul Heyman, I'm sure, who's only going to be on Raw and not Brock Lesnar for the build to Battleground. But not only that, we have this Kevin Owens situation, which is amazing.
That guy is I had a conversation with our buddy Tommy C today.
Oh yeah, you told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about John. I'm not gonna. If you notice, I don't know if you remember this, and I don't want to say but you remember the Creatives Corner we did. We were talking about John Cena, and all of a sudden, he's having the best matches I've ever seen him have.
Yeah, because he's in there with Kevin Owens, man.
Yeah, that's true. But
Kevin Owens is he's having amazing matches. The match he had with Dolph Ziggler was amazing. Apparently, on SmackDown, he has a match with Cesaro that is supposed to be very good as well. I can't wait to see that. Everything Kevin Owens does is interesting. Everything Kevin Owens does is captivating. When he powerbombed Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, by the way, I got to give it up. Machine Gun Kelly had a nice performance on that. He laid it down. I didn't.
Why was everybody hating on him? I thought he was pretty good.
I thought he was really good. I thought the girl was a little tone deaf, but I mean,
she was. I don't know what she was doing.
But Machine Gun Kelly laid it down, man. He was flowing with some ferocity, man.
Yeah, I liked what he did. Everybody else, Terry and Joe and Cronin, they hated. They didn't like him.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't. They're a bunch of racists. Machine Gun Kelly's white. I don't even know what that means. Oh shit! I done lost my mind. But that power bomb off the stage when he Eric Bischoffed him, that was amazing.
That was sick.
That was sick. Amazing. I loved it.
I love what they're doing with him. I love what they're doing with Kevin Owens.
They're really pushing it forward. Now, with those two, with Kevin Owens, who's going to be doing what he wants to do until John Cena gets back and they have their epic third match at SummerSlam, we have that. Kevin Owens is going to do whatever he wants to do. We got Brock Lesnar and the champion, Seth Rollins. But we also have another third feud that's building that I got chills, man. Maybe it was the promo of Raw went to freaking Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, man, put dick pimples on me, man. I don't even know what to describe it. That dude, that was amazing.
He pulled that picture out.
When he pulled the picture of his kid. Yeah. And you know what? I like the fact that Roman is not saying much, but he's just, get your ass down here. That's the Roman we need to see. That's what we need to see. And Roman's been having good matches. I thought Roman had a really good performance at Money in the Bank. I'm enjoying what he's doing right now. He's getting better. This feud is so important. I said it before. I'll say it again. Roman needs this feud more than he needed Money in the Bank.
I think so. Do you think that? Do you feel like Roman's getting better? Because I feel like he is.
I think he's getting better on the mic. I feel he's getting better in the ring. I feel he's getting better in every aspect of his game. And you know what the best part of it? He's working for it. He's working for it, and we can see it. He's not being given anything now. People could stop all that bullshit because he ain't being given a fucking thing.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. I was about to bring you back into the conversation, Mr. Chris Warren. You have rejoined us. What you got, man?
Am I the only one that really likes how Bray Wyatt has like the butcher thing going on?
No, I loved it. When he showed up at Money in the Bank with that butcher's with the leather butcher shit, that was amazing.
Yeah, and his promo on Monday was the best, in my opinion. One of his best promos
it was his best promo that he's given yet. It was captivating. It was scary. It was creepy. It was cool.
I can't believe they let him do the whole photo thing. How they
that was awesome. That was awesome.
I was wondering why we got that commercial with Roman Reigns, and now it made sense. Yeah, you know what I'm liking what WWE is doing right now? Everything they're doing is having purpose later on. I thought last week on NXT they did something completely out of nowhere. They had Bull Dempsey try to chase Tyler Breeze around the ring and get tired. And I thought, wow, they're just doing a weird thing. Well, no, they turned it into a fat boy angle, and it's hysterical. He's eating Doritos and shit. It's hysterical.
Is Breeze a face now?
Breeze is earning respect. I think he's being turned into a face because of how he's the workhorse of NXT.
How gorgeous he is too.
Yeah, he is gorgeous. He is gorgeous.
Do you guys see the interview that Kevin Owens had with Michael Cole?
Oh, a couple weeks back.
No, they just did a new one.
Another one?
They put it on the YouTube page today.
Oh no, I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
Because Michael Cole was asking what problem he had with Cena because he was talking. Michael Cole mentioned how his first match in the WWE he beat John Cena, and Kevin Owens just goes, "No, that wasn't my first match in WWE because I've been down in NXT for 6 months, fighting with my NXT championship with pride. Because when I signed with the WWE, they didn't say I was signing with NXT. I was signing with WWE." Yeah. He went on this rant. It was fucking awesome.
Everything Kevin Owens does is perfect.
Do you think he's gonna drop the belt to Finn Balor?
I do. I do think.
I hope he does though, because I like Finn Balor a lot.
I don't think he's gonna be pinned though. I think he's going because he's already had altercations with Regal. I think he's going to win the match in some manner and then get it overturned and then ultimately stripped by Regal. I'm not sure that Balor is going to walk out of there with the title. I have a feeling, because they like to do this on NXT, that we might get a tournament. We might get a tournament for the NXT title that's going to be the build to the next big NXT TakeOver event. But it wouldn't surprise me if Balor wins it straight out, because it is Japan. That's where he built his career.
I like him a lot,
I
Dave.
love Finn Balor. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I like him a lot too.
His intro is one of the best I've seen. When he comes out,
agreed. I think it's really good.
I'm so happy they let him go through with that.
Yeah, me too.
That was the one thing I was looking forward to when he signed last year with
it's
WWE.
Pretty cool what he's done. I was looking for a little bit more diversity in his arsenal because I feel like his matches are a little bit predictable. And then they went ahead and did it. I said it one week, and then the next week they started to change up how he delivered his finisher, the coup de grace, and that's what they need to do. I think it's important how finishers are set up. I think it's a very important thing. It can't be the same thing every single time. You got to do a little bit something different, especially when it's a high risk maneuver or a weird finisher like the coup de grace, which is just a double stomp off the top rope. It's a very strange maneuver. It's got to be set up correctly.
Well, just like what you said about how they're changing Cena now, he's using the springboard stunner to set up the F, which I like.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be continued, but he did it once against Kevin Owens, and I liked it. That was the first time since the first time he used it that I actually liked it. I haven't liked it since that first time he used it, but I liked it how he set it up on Owens, because it almost looked like he botched the move, like he didn't hit it at all. But when you go back, no, he hit it. It was just a setup for the AA, and I liked it. I thought it worked. That
match was great, by the way. That was amazing. I was fine with Cena winning because the match was so amazing.
I agree. I caught a lot of hell for this, but I'm going to stick by it. I still feel this is true. It's the greatest John Cena match I've seen.
I think so too.
It's the best thing I've seen John Cena do. And that's not a disrespect. And people are like, how can you say that the match that he had with RVD at ECW? How about his CM Punk feud?
All CM Punk was good too, bro.
They were great matches. Absolutely amazing. But the one thing that people have criticized John Cena for, he didn't do in those matches, he did against Kevin Owens, and that's innovate. It felt like John Cena went to a of an arsenal of moves that he's never had to go to before, because it made that match feel like it was so desperate.
Important.
I mean, he was digging for every scrap of maneuver that he knew in his playbook, and he's never done that before. It was important. People were like, well, I saw 3 botches. You saw 3 mini botches at best, and they all got turned into decent maneuvers. So shut up with that shit.
Yeah,
I love how Cena did the thing where I don't know how to describe it, but he flipped Kevin Owens for the pin. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was almost a botch. They got tied up and they almost fell into the ropes. Kevin Owens stabilized it. John Cena was between his legs, and it's called a flip power bomb. It's almost it's almost a variation of like Kofi's SOS,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
without his feet on the ground, and it's a flip power bomb, and it also it's the second. If you really break it down and think about it, it's the second half of the Canadian Destroyer. It's the Canadian Destroyer without the flip, without the standing flip. So it's actually kind of cool. I thought it was a cool move.
Hey Dave, one thing that really worries me is why does it? Maybe it's just me, but does it look like they're trying to set up Ambrose and Kane?
Yeah.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, it does kind of look that way, doesn't it?
Oh,
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan. I think I read on the spoilers though for SmackDown that Dean Ambrose is being moved to someone else. But yeah, Sheamus again. It's still Sheamus. The four guys that were involved into a match on SmackDown is Sheamus, Dean Ambrose, Kane, and Randy Orton. So
they gotta do something better with Ambrose. He's really good. I
not
mean,
Randy Orton.
Kane.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's bizarre. I'm sorry,
At least it's not
it
Big
wasn't
Show.
Randy Orton. It was Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose teaming up again to take on Sheamus and Kane. And that's actually a pretty good sign that Randy wasn't in that match because maybe I don't know what they're going to do because Randy and Sheamus are still in a feud, but Dean and Ambrose Dean and Sheamus are starting to get in a feud. I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's all discombobulated.
Yeah.
I just hope
Who's
it's not
gonna fight?
Kane.
Yeah. Who's gonna fight Ryback for the IC title now? Please don't tell me it's Big Show again.
Oh, my
Miz
God.
and Big Show. All three of them, they're supposed to be in this same feud until SummerSlam.
Shit.
Yeah, choke on that.
Why do they have all these like the older like fighting for time? Like I understand they're trying to like okay, beating Big Show kind of puts you over, but I mean for the title, like they don't need to do that.
No, they don't. And see, that's the problem is they think it's putting them over, but it's not. Big
Not
Show,
anymore.
No, it's not. Not anymore. Big Show, Mark Henry, victories over these guys does nothing for anybody anymore. They've been decimated too much. Now to their credit, they've done a lot in the last year to try to build up Big Show's credibility again. The problem is he sucks. He's painful to watch.
He's not as
older
good as
now.
he was
He's
10
older.
years ago.
Yeah, he's 40 something, and
Yeah.
I like Big Show. I like him as a human being. I think he's funny. I've always enjoyed the guy, but it's time to go.
I mean, yeah, man. We've been watching him since he was the Giant in WCW. Like,
Yeah,
I was a kid. That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, 95, man. I mean,
Shit.
damn.
Like matches with Big Show will make Ryback's IC title reign just like Big E's forgettable.
Yes. Yeah,
And that's not
irrelevant.
good.
Yes.
That's true. That's very true.
But the problem is, I like Ryback a lot, but the problem is it's kind of hard to find the right mesh with Ryback. It seems like it's always difficult to find the right type of combination of wrestler to really bring out the best skill set in him. Big versus big doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem like they want to put guys like Neville in there with him because they're afraid that he might kill him. It's hard to figure it out. Here's what I will say about Ryback. I don't know if you noticed this on Monday, and maybe it's just me being a little homoerotic here, and I apologize for it. But Ryback with his shirt off and just in sweats or the track pants that he was wearing, I thought that looked so much better than that singlet that he wears that makes him look like
It
Rob
does.
Van Dam.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I took him seriously when he ran in. I was like, oh, okay. Look at him.
That dude is jacked, man. Show
Yeah,
that
he is.
shit.
He looks like a
Show
goof
that
with that singlet,
shit.
in my opinion.
I hate the singlet. I hate it.
Yeah, fuck the singlet.
It works
he has
for
like the
Rob
same.
Van Dam.
He has like the same physique as Brock Lesnar when he's not wearing a singlet.
Oh shit! Brock wishes he had Ryback's physique right now. Brock's meaty. He's not muscular anymore.
He's a man. He's just a beast, a man beast.
He's a
But Brock's
caveman. Yeah.
Brock has more agility and mobility, in my
Yes, he does.
opinion.
Well, yeah.
He can move around the ring
Brock
quicker.
Lesnar
He's
is a
big.
once in a lifetime athlete. I firmly believe that. You know the scariest thing about Brock Lesnar and friggin' Paul Heyman said this best. Everything that Brock Lesnar accomplished, becoming the youngest champion in WWE history, before Randy took that spot from him, becoming the two-time NCAA champion that he was, UFC champion, almost making an NFL roster. He did all of that with diverticulitis. Untreated.
Jeez.
He did it all
That is
with a
crazy.
debilitating injury. That is unbelievable. And if you want to know how bad
Doesn't that eat away at your
diverticulitis is-
intestines?
Yes.
Doesn't it eat away at your intestines or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, my
You're
God.
messed up. If you want to know how bad diverticulitis is, ask Tommy C. Tommy C has diverticulitis. And
Oh my goodness.
not to the extent that Brock has it. Brock had to have 3/4 of his intestines removed.
Oh,
And he's still more badass than we'll ever be combined.
Brock Lesnar's dumps are more badasses than I'll ever
Yeah.
be.
that guy reminds me of. That guy reminds me of he he captures animals and eats them raw. He doesn't even cook
It's
them.
because he does. It's because I think
He lives in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He has to eat. Yeah.
well, in Manitoba, Canada, he has a ranch up there too. As JR said in his blog, he goes, "It's going to be interesting to see what Paul Heyman says over the next 5 weeks while Brock Lesnar sits at home and eats red meat."
Yeah.
Because it's very
Not
true.
picture.
Brock's just going to be sitting in front of his television eating meat that he just skinned himself. Anything that he can eat off of a bone, it's going to be wonderful. That's what Brock does. So, yeah.
I
You got
wish they
anything else
brought
for me,
you
Chris
up.
Warren?
It was about the NBA, but I think it's off topic.
It's okay. I'm about to wrap this thing up anyway. I'm going to bed. It's almost 2:00 in the morning.
I realized this year that the Cavs went through so much, to get Kevin Love and to make this great team, and it didn't work. They gave away their future, practically their future for Kevin Love.
They gave away a lot.
They gave all their draft picks away almost. You're right.
They did. And
I feel like the NBA was involved with this. It's like a conspiracy theory, but you have to admit they shouldn't have gotten that overall pick last year.
well, they wasted it anyway. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
As a Sixers fan, that pisses me off because
Yeah, well, you know what? The
Oh, you're a
Sixers-
Sixers fan?
I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had fans.
Your team's garbage, man. And
Real
now,
garbage.
and now that kid Joel Embiid, he's about to miss another season.
Yeah, Joel Embiid.
Ah.
He's done
The
again.
only Philly team that's somewhat good for us right now is the Eagles, and that's scaring me a bit.
It's
with
the
what
off
Chip
season.
I don't
You
know
don't
about-
even know. You don't even know
don't even
it's
know.
the off season.
I just get the strange feeling that Murray's
They
going to
ain't
be
no
a
more
flop.
brothers on that team. What are you gonna do?
I don't like what he did to that roster.
They
I
no
don't
more
like what he did
brothers.
to that roster.
He got rid of all the brothers. All the brothers are gone. No more brothers. There's no more speed.
Chip Kelly thinks he's in Oregon. He really thinks he's still in Oregon.
The brothers have left the building. I don't know if you know this, Chris Warren, but brothers be fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't know if Chip Kelly knows this, but brothers be
Hey
fast.
man, we got the Legion of Zoom. That's all that matters. I'm scared.
Your number one receiver is Riley Cooper.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know.
We got that Nigerian from USC.
Yeah.
Jordan, all right. Jordan Matthews, he had a promising season.
Yeah.
He was a second round pick. He had stats similar to what Odell Beckham had this year. He actually had a
I'm
pretty.
not going to
decent
compare him to Odell Beckham.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Odell.
I don't know.
I'm scared.
It's going to be an
I'd
interesting
be
one.
really scared.
That whole division looks like it should be better, so it's going to be interesting.
I'm just scared to play.
I think Chip Kelly's funny. I think he's a funny guy. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to win this on my own.
Yeah. At the very least, he is a ballsy, prideful motherfucker, man. That dude, he's like, I'm going to win or I'm going to lose, but guess what? It is Chip Kelly's
Kelly
Eagles.
time. Yep.
He's
And
going down with the ship.
I got to give him respect, man. I respect him. I don't know if I agree with him. I wouldn't hire him, but I respect him. I respect the shit out of the man because
I'm
he's doing
surprised
it.
we
He's
didn't
doing what
get
he wants to
Mariota.
do.
I thought Kelly was going to go to friggin' insane lengths to get Mariota.
Yeah, it looked
I was
like
scared
it.
because we already have Bradford. And although he's injured,
the problem is Bradford plays 3 games a year. You know,
And gets hurt. Yeah.
that's the problem with Bradford. You know, it's
we just released the other day our best offensive lineman. Too.
yeah, I know, and now they're debating. They're saying, you wanted to be released, and the other guys, no, fuck you, that ain't true. I didn't want to be released. I told you,
Like,
they're
all
Chip Kelly.
yeah,
all the people we've gotten rid of, like Chip Kelly's got rid of, it's because of personal stuff, or like stuff that doesn't even have to do with the game. Like we got rid of Deshaun Jackson because
That was real dumb.
he thought he was involved with the gang. I wouldn't give a shit. I would have kept him.
See, here's the thing. Chip Kelly is the type of coach, he believes continuity and buying into a system is the most important thing. And it works for him. It's worked for him up to this point in every level that he's coached at. So you kind of have to give him the benefit of the doubt because the guy continues to win. Now, that being said, when he first came in and they had that super team that everybody was talking about, right? You know,
Right.
like all these guys were supposed to be it. Though it didn't work because Chip Kelly didn't have full control. Now he's gotten rid of all of these motherfuckers. They're all gone. Now there's no more excuses. He's got guys that he feels that are going to represent the team in the way that he sees fit. That are going to buy into his system and they're going to play the way he wants to play. And if that's what he's got to do to try to put a winning product on the field, then you know what? So fucking be it. If they lose, he's gone. He's over.
Yeah.
He will be fired this season if they do not win.
I remember Kelly
What was the running back's name?
McCoy.
Yeah, Shady McCoy.
How do you get rid of the Shady McCoy? How do you do that? I don't know. I can't.
See, here's the thing about Shady. And look, at the time, I actually kind of agreed with what he did because he's not a good fit for that offense. He's not. They didn't want a lateral runner. They don't want a guy running east to west. They want a guy running north and south, and that's not Shady. Shady runs east and west. He's a guy. He's a Barry Sanders. He's going to go out to the wing, out to the side. He's going to try and get the corner. That doesn't work well into Chip Kelly's offense. So he got some guys in there that are more fit and more tailored to his style. And you can debate whether it was a good or a bad decision. We're not going to know until we get on the field. So I'm reserving judgment on Chip Kelly until I see what this team does. Because he's certainly acting like he's confident. So
he threatened to leave Philly in January because it was something involving like he would only sign with Philly as a coach if like someone from Oregon came with him. Is that a shocker? No. But the Eagles, they fired him. They fired that guy. So Chip Kelly got pissed, threatened to leave. So Roseman, I think that's his name. I don't give a shit. He gave Kelly total power of like talent, so you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
This is your team now. Yeah, he gave him that.
Well, he did that for a reason too. He did it not only to resolve that situation with Kelly, but he also did it to put the onus on Kelly if the Eagles fail. Because now, if the Eagles don't win, it's only on Chip Kelly. So it's a really smart move by Eagles management when you think about it.
Yeah, they're the only management in Philly that's actually doing something right compared to the other
basically
Philly teams. Sixers
are an embarrassment to fucking mankind.
I'm still mad we got rid of Carter Williams, man.
Rookie of the year, you're gone. What?
Yeah,
Why?
we could have gotten something great for that too, but we got some 30-year-old washed-up point guard.
Yeah.
And
they make no sense to me. The 76ers.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst franchise ever.
Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns, still the worst franchise in sports.
Yeah, there you go.
The worst run franchise in sports, still to me, it's the Cleveland Browns.
Don't get me started on.
They get on my nerves. The Cleveland, how they handled the whole Johnny Manziel thing was just terrible.
Oh God, what did Seth Rollins call him? Johnny Stupid Face.
Idiot
face. That was great. Johnny Idiot Face. That was hysterical.
That was
great.
That promo was great too.
It was.
There were a lot of good promos on Monday.
Raw was good, man. Raw was really good Monday.
It was pretty good. Really good.
The promos were amazing. I mean, everybody killed.
Amber's had a good one. Rollins, Wyatt. Who else? Was there anyone else?
Yeah, everybody. Wyatt. Triple H. Yeah, Triple H had a good promo.
I loved Seth Rollins' change, like his change of emotion and like his face when he heard Brock Lesnar's music.
Yeah, I know.
I loved how he felt betrayed. That he's like, why would you do this to me?
It was pretty great. Apparently, they're trying to set up Triple H and Seth Rollins for SummerSlam. So
Sounds like a good
Really?
match.
Yeah, that's the rumor. That's the rumor.
Triple H and Seth Rollins?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe they can like battle for the pedigree or for the use of the pedigree or something
I don't
like
know,
that.
man.
I like that.
I feel like if that match goes down, Seth Rollins would use the pedigree to beat Triple H.
Yes, it would be awesome too.
That would be great.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. Chris Warren, you got anything else? I'm going to wrap this show up.
Nope, that's it. Thank you for taking my call again.
Hey, no, man. Thanks for being a great caller and a great viewer, man. You're the man. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Real talk, I'm a big fan, by the way. I got to check out that SoundCloud.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Keep up the good work. Both of you guys. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Chris Warren, everybody. Chris Warren. And you know what? He just mentioned a very good thing. Make sure everybody out there checks out my boy, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah on SoundCloud. You will not be disappointed. He has turned me into a full-fledged rap demon, man. I can't get enough of his work because it's amazing. Because it's not just hip-hop. It's soul, man. The guy I'm talking to right now, this man speaks with every fiber of his being, and you feel it in every word that he speaks, man. No, you don't try, my brother. You succeed. You succeed. You've arrived, my friend, and it's only gonna get bigger and better from here, Daddy. All right, I promise you that.
All right.
So I appreciate everything you do for me, man. Let me use your music and stuff, and you know what? Just being my friend.
Oh, it's an honor, Dave. It's an honor.
Yeah, you inspire me, my man. You really do.
Same here, bro. Same here.
So I appreciate everybody watching today, man. I know this is a kind of an impromptu show, but I couldn't sleep. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and your boy's tired. So it's time to get some rest. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought. If there's anything that we missed, anything that we didn't capture right, I always like to know what I get wrong. So go ahead and let me know. And we'll see you tomorrow for the NXT review. I think NXT is about to start, so go watch NXT. I don't want to take because it's Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. Go watch NXT. Ooh. Don't sit here with me no more. I'm just a fat guy on the couch. Go watch NXT. And in between commercial breaks or afterwards, go check out Jacques Davis, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah on SoundCloud. Go check them out. Tell them where else they can find you, man.
You guys can look for me on my new official website. It's www.realtalkthetruth.com.
Yeah.
So that's my new website. It's all me. Anything you want to find out. If you happen to be in the city of Las Vegas tomorrow night, I'll be performing at Boomer's Nightclub. So if you happen to be in Vegas, look for me there. And like I said, the new website, I really want people checking it out because it's really cool. It's www.realtalkthetruth.com.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much for joining me. Real Talk, man. I really appreciate it, man. You knocked it out of the park.
Hey, if you need anything at all, you let me know, man. Anything.
Same here, brother. Same here. And make sure you guys check out my boy Tommy C over at Shot from the Point. He's doing losing his mind, man. He's tearing up bitches. He's going crazy in video games.
He's going nuts.
He's just doing it everything, man. Coming off a very successful year in hockey podcasting, man. We did it really big over there, and he's been killing it. And he's continuing to kill it because that's what Tommy does. He wakes up and he kills it. He goes to bed and he kills it in his dreams.
Kills it.
It's what he does.
Yes, he does.
And speaking of killing it, who kills it more than Joe Cronin? If you're not watching Joe Cronin currently, get your ass over to Joe Cronin's show on YouTube because he is the man, and you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to walk away with a smile. You might be walking away cussing, but you're going to have a smile on your face all the same. So make sure you check out Joe Cronin on the Joe Cronin Show, and you'll see me there a lot. I'm there all the time. I'm like the house guest. I'm the guy on the couch. I'm fat guy on the couch who just sleeps on his couch, and he puts me on his shows. So make sure you guys check all that stuff out. And this channel, like, subscribe, and share. And remember, kids, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.